Marianne Mauch, good morning and welcome to the interview. You are a research scientist at the Competence Center for Digital Research and the chair of the working group Open DVA. Would you like to share a bit more about that working group and what it entails?
Yes, of course. Nice that I'm here. The Open DVA working group is a group with several partners from industry, from municipalities, and several researchers. We have the researchers that guarantees us standards. We have partners that guarantees us a very good quality of knowledge graphs, and we have the experts from the administrators here as partners. And with the example of the city of Jena, the basic income support for job seekers, we analyzed the way from the law to a digitized service. We analyze really the law. We use two standards. In Germany, you have a government and 16 federal states and a lot of municipalities. And in all levels, they create laws. Yes, and they adapt the law from the government in the federal states and so on. And it's like complex like in Europe. It's the same, it's a similar structure, not the same. Yes. And in Germany, in 2017, the Regulatory Council made an application. It's called FIM. It's a method, Federal Information Management Code, and has 3 standards till now. And we want to make the 4th. The 3 standards are 3 pillars. You can describe with this method the law, the process for the service based on the law, and the data fields. And you know at the end on which process step, which data fields you need. And we say we need only the decisions, and therefore we use a second method, it's called rule mapping. And the rule mapping analyzed not the law at first, it starts at the end. Administration has to make a notification to a citizen at the end of a service. And the rule mapping think about the decisions has to be made to create such a notification. Yes, and you get at the end of this process, of this method, a decision tree. Yes, and with this decision tree, the partner of us, Knowledge Tools, has a no-code platform, Logos. What is no-code? It's a platform for people without knowledge, without IT knowledge, and you can make digital services like Lego, yes, without knowledge. And we analyze such platforms, no-code, low-code platforms. And we want to combine as working group this knowledge graph. Yes, we digitalize the service for the city of Jena that they can use it. The partner made it, Logos made it. They have end-to-end digitalization of the service now, and they will publish it and use it. And we analyze the way. As working group, we want to go from a law to digitized service. We start really analyzing the law and the text, and we colored it. We are looking for words of special categories, like main actor, result receiver, some conditions and so on. There are 10 categories we use in FIM, and you get tasks with that. You get a list of tasks, you order the list, and then you can imagine you have a process. On each process step, you will now find in this text the corresponding data fields you need. And if the law is good enough, you know in the future also on which register you have to look. If you have a list of registers and you know on which register you get which certificate, and the law say you need this certificate, and then you can combine it, yes. And our vision is to describe it standard. This is a standard like FIM is a standard. Rule mapping is no standard till now, but it will be a standard in the future. And we want to combine both. And if you have a step in the process, you know which data fields. And if the law is good enough, you know also the certificate. And you have reference activity groups as a process step. You say, okay, in the process, I have to make the application. I have to look if it is all informations I need, and if I'm on the right administration. And then I can say I have to make a decision without or with a room of scope. And then on this place, I can say I use rule mapping, the decision trees, to make a decision. And the aim is to have an end-to-end structured service, as a structure for an end-to-end digitized service. Yes, and therefore we made our work is a basic work. Yes, we analyze the law, we get the structure. Yes, we generate an ontology and fill it with instances. We have a knowledge graph, and we want to use it not only to show knowledge for several stakeholders or to get information from enforcement. We want to digitalize with the knowledge graph the service itself. Mm-hmm. And we use AI methods to get the information, to categorize it, and we compare several methods. AI has rule-based, deep learning methods, large language models, and knowledge graphs are also AI at the end. And we combine it and look on which place we have what we can use.
Yeah. No, thanks for sharing that. That's already, you also touched upon AI at the end there. Do you see a lot of further potential for AI, or have you just started with AI, or do you see other opportunities going into the future of where you could use this technology even more for your research?
AI is important, but you have to know which method you can use on which place, and you have to combine the methods. You have to combine knowledge graphs with large language models, for instance, because in the administrative field, you need knowledge that you can trust. Yeah, it's important. And I can only trust the knowledge in my knowledge graph. Yes, because our knowledge graph based on standards. And guarantee me that it's compliant to our law. Mm-hmm. Because all actions in the administrative in Germany are law-based. Yeah. And therefore, it is important to use the standards, to describe it semantically, to get a knowledge graph, and then to use it with other, and to combine all the methods we have. Okay. All right way. So then we have knowledge that we can trust. Yeah. But not alone with large language models. Okay, so that trust is always going to be a challenge, but a very important aspect to think about. Mm-hmm. Do you see a role there for SEMIC as an action? How can SEMIC help in this sort of symbiosis between AI and then interoperability, knowledge graphs, and the research that you do? What role do you see there for SEMIC? Yes, we have to combine all the knowledge in all the working groups. Yes, we need clauses, we need taxonomy and vocabulary, and here will be created a lot of vocabularies, and we reuse it and combine it with our knowledge graph, and it's important. And what we need and the administrators need is a reference project. Mm-hmm. Yes. How we can use this knowledge from the SEMIC, the vocabulary, and so on. Okay. Yeah. And that could be the role, to have a reference project. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you can say, oh, make it so, please. Then you can not only present and provide knowledge, you can collect knowledge, and you can digitalize services or more. Mm-hmm. Which is the end goal, of course. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And make the policy making more smooth, more reliable, perhaps trustworthy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And the policy making has to not to create text at first. They have a structure. They need a structure, and then they can adapt the structure, and then we can create text, like with large language models, perhaps.
Yeah.
If we have knowledge, and if we can trust this knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. No, Marianne, this was very insightful. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your insight with us. And I wish you a good rest of the day.
Thank you very much.